Hey guys, welcome back. I did a post last night talking a little bit about the different shallow areas on Percy Priest Lake. I didn't feel comfortable talking about all the different areas by myself because I've only been fishing the lake for the last year and a half. And so I brought on a Nashville fishing guide. His name is Merv, and Merv has been fishing out on the lake for a little bit, and he's going to help me talk through the various areas on the lake. So stay tuned. How you doing, Merv?
Doing fine, Johnny. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I'd be doing better if I was fishing more. You know, the weather has been kind of crappy the last couple of days. I know we had a nice weekend. I know it was super windy at the lake, but at least it was a little bit warmer weather.
We're going to be discussing the cut throughs and the shallow areas on Percy Priest. Is that a fact?
Yeah, that's a fact. So, for the people that don't know you, maybe you can give a little introduction about yourself. How long you've been fishing the lake, and you're pretty much out there every day as you run a guide service, correct?
I've been fishing the lake actually for 11 years, and I fish year round, whether I'm guiding or not. If I'm not guiding, I'll be out there looking for the fish just to stay on them so I know where to take my clients.
Yeah. So you spent at
Well,
least
I'm out
over
there,
10 years on the lake, so you kind of know your way around a little bit.
got a rough idea. Yeah.
All right. All right. So for our viewers that's watching this YouTube, I believe Fate Sanders is right around this area right here, correct? Like the marina. That's where most of the big bass tournaments are being launched from.
Yes.
Cool. Hey, well, I don't know if you have a particular order that you want to start off, but one area that comes to mind is just south of Fate Sanders Marina, here at Stewart's Creek. I ran here last weekend in a tournament, and as you can see here, I don't know if you can see in this middle of the screen here, but the river channel is basically running along the bank here and swings up here and then kind of goes back towards the middle. But Merv, I think there's a real shallow area right here in the middle, right? So if you're not paying attention to your chart, it just looks real tempting to cut through here. And in winter pool, that water's really down really low, and you can really mess up your boat by going in this area, correct?
Now, if you look at the first red buoy that says shallow area,
Yeah. Or right here?
that is an actual rock pile, and in winter, that will probably be sticking at full winter pool, which is elevation 483. Some of those rocks will be showing.
Yeah.
So anytime they start dropping the water in the winter, you want to stay off of that shallow area because it's very shallow there and it's all rock.
Yeah.
As you go farther upstream, you've got the second red buoy. That area is pretty accessible most of the time.
Now you're talking about
Um,
Merv. I don't know if you can see my mouse or not, but is it like you talking about a little bit further south from the ridge, like this?
well, no, you see the two red buoys where we were just talking about,
Yeah, like right here.
the second red buoy.
Yeah.
That's reasonably accessible, even in winter pool. The one you have to worry about is the first one that's marked shallow area with the
Yeah.
red buoy.
Gotcha.
The red buoy is probably not there. These buoys get blown all over, so don't ever trust a buoy.
Yeah.
Now that one where your cursor is now, um, I I have never had any trouble there, but I don't generally go that close to the shore when I'm going in that area.
Yeah. What about anything further south of this? Is there anything that people have to worry about? Is it pretty safe if they just pay attention to their map?
And you're going upstream.
Yes.
Well, when you get into the area where you have Fall Creek, Spring Creek, and Stones River comes together.
All right. Yeah. Let me move over to the map here. So let me. So there's Lamar Hill. So I believe it's more
Right.
east. So here we go. So we got Spring Creek right there in the middle of my screen. I think Fall Creek is just south of it, right? Let's see. Yeah. So there's Fall Creek Recreational Area. I don't know if you could see that.
Right. That's what we call the confluence of Spring Creek, Fall Creek, and the Stones River.
So like
Right.
where all this right here comes in together
Yeah.
in the middle of this.
Right as you come around, I can't. As you come around that bend, it's the farthest on the top.
Yeah.
To see the top bend up there.
Uh huh.
When you come around that and you get to Spring Creek, you
Yep.
want to stay in the middle of the channel.
Yeah.
because it's very shallow on either side of that.
Yeah. I don't know if you could see here on the left of my screen. It says really shallow area, so you really
Oh
have to
yeah,
ride
that
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 river
is.
channel.
You'll see a lot of dirt and sand up there at Winter Pool.
Oh wow. Okay.
And as you go up the river,
Uh huh.
you definitely want to stay in the middle of the channel because it's, as you can see the dark lines on the side,
Yeah.
that indicates an abrupt up and down part of the channel. So it's a very narrow part right there in the wintertime. Summertime, not so bad, but in the wintertime, very sketchy. I think the areas you should concentrate more on would be downstream. This is where most of your pleasure boaters run into trouble because they don't run that far up the river.
Yeah.
Fishermen do, but the fishermen are on the lake year round. They know the bad spots because most of them have extremely good graphs with good maps, and they're knowledgeable on the river and the creeks because they fish them all the time.
Yeah.
It's the pleasure boaters that get their lower units knocked off on the rocks in the wintertime.
Aaron. So yeah. All right. So we good. So is there anything else upstream that we should chat about?
Not really. All I can say is you have to follow your maps and stay in the middle of the channel,
Yeah.
especially up around Jefferson Springs. You can get off to one side of the channel or the other very quickly and be in shallow water.
All right. Let me see if I can find Jefferson Springs here real quick. No.
Jefferson Springs, that's way on upriver.
Oh, that's a
You
little bit
keep
down
going
here.
on upriver.
Yeah. All right. Let me see if I can find the bridge here. So I see this. Here's the bridge. You want to start from here?
Yeah, there's Jefferson Springs and there's a boat launch right there.
Yeah.
Anywhere in there, especially where you see it looks like a diver's flag.
Yeah.
The channel's pretty narrow, so that's where you have to take. Once you go upstream, past the bridge, you definitely want to stay. Okay, we're not.
So you can see the bridge, and then you just follow the.
Yeah, I'm looking at that bridge, but the river's not looking right there because it makes a very. Oh, I see. I'm looking at it backwards. Okay, to the left, at the top of the screen, that's going downstream.
Yeah.
Down at the bottom where you have the very curvy area,
Mhm.
that's going upstream. Okay, yeah. And as you see, there's a big shallow flat after you come under the bridge and you're
Yep.
going upstream. It says shallow area.
Yeah, right here.
That's a real good area for white bass in the wintertime and hybrids. But you see how narrow the river channel is all the way through there?
Yeah.
Don't trust any buoys because they get blown out of place, and USACE does not judiciously position them. So don't concern yourself with the buoys. Just follow your graph and stay in the middle of the channel.
Okay. Hey, Murph, I think we're about like 8 minutes in. If those, for the viewers that are still watching, won't we go ahead and give them a tip? You said this little shallow area right here where the river channel swings down and back up. You think this is a really good area to target white bass in the summertime? I mean, in the wintertime?
Yeah. In the wintertime, especially around February and March, the white bass and the hybrids are going upstream to spawn. So anywhere right in that flat and in the corner and even upstream from there, all the way to the junction of where the East Fork and West Fork come together, is good for white bass and hybrids.
So is this the junction
Yeah,
that you're
right
talking
there, that
about?
junction right there. It gets sketchy. It gets hairy quick. So keep an eye on your graph. Stay in the middle.
Do you have a preference whether when you come to this junction, do you tend to go on the left side or you tend to go the right side, or you just kind of, it varies?
No, you just, if you have side imaging, you watch your graph and you look for the fish to see where they're hanging out. There'll be pockets of them. They won't be like just all along the whole river channel.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we're getting into fishing, and we were going to talk about hazards.
Yeah, well, if people are watching the video, we got to give them a little nugget every once in a while. And so, all right, so I'm gonna zoom out a little bit, and I'm gonna go downstream and go back to
Let's
Fate
go back to
Sanders.
Fate Sanders and that
Yeah.
first cut through.
All right. So the people that are watching the videos, they might not know what you're talking about from a cut through perspective. So again, Fate Sanders is down here. And so I want to say the first island that you come up here is like, it looks like it's Jones Mill Public Area, right? That's a little island right there, right?
Well, that's not an island there. That public. The left is Pools Knob Island.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
To the left of the Jones Mill area. But that is what we call the first cut through.
Gotcha.
Between the island and Jones Mill Public Use Area, that's the first cut through.
Yeah. And it's called
That
first
is
cut because it's a shortcut, right, Merv?
Sir?
It's called a cut through because it's a shortcut, right? Because the river channel is going on the left side.
An island and the mainland. That's why we call them cut throughs.
Gotcha. And in Winter Pool, would you recommend folks running through there?
You can if you stay dead center. There's 2 white marker poles. Okay, if you look as you're going from Fate Sanders, going downstream between the Pools Knob Island and the Jones Mill Public Use Area, you'll see an area that says 5 foot.
Yeah.
See that?
Yep. Right here on the left.
Okay, that is a pile of rocks, and it will be out of the water in the wintertime. There's a white TWRA stake there.
Yeah.
There's another one on the right. So if you split the middle between those 2 white stakes, you can navigate that all winter, even at Winter Pool.
Gotcha.
Summer Pool, no problem. Blast through there any way you want.
Okay. So that was so that's first cut, and let's talk a little bit about second cut here.
Second cut through Riverbend Island. Do not go through there. That's navigable in Summer Pool, which is 490. As you can see, that shallow area in the wintertime, when it's at Winter Pool, you can walk across that area.
Okay.
So if you go through there with a boat, you're going to be on a sandbar. Wintertime, avoid that cut through. That's the second cut through.
So what you do is you just stay in the middle. You just follow the river channel along.
Actually, if you come out of that first cut through and go to the right, there's not many places you're going to get in trouble going all the way around that Riverbend Island.
Mm-hmm.
It's reasonably deep out in there as long as you don't get crazy, try to hug the shoreline.
Gotcha. All right. So let me continue to going down, and let me zoom out a little bit. It looks like the next big island, Merv, is Rock Island.
Rock Island. Okay, as you're coming downstream, following the river channel, see the shallow area it says there?
Yep.
That is an underwater pile of rocks that in the wintertime you can see them.
Wow.
In the summertime, it will be submerged. At full Summer Pool, you can go over that rock pile. But once they start dropping the water, that's an area to stay away from because it's very, very shallow right there.
Yeah. Hey, Merv, one of the things I noticed when I was out last weekend, it seems like I can just kind of cut through right here, like instead of going south towards Rock Island, just going, east or west towards Hunter Island. Can you make that pass, like through here?
Okay, show me with your cursor where you're talking about.
So you see how Hunter Island's right here on the left?
Yeah.
When you're coming out this river channel up here on the north side, can you just cut through and go straight towards Hunter Island instead of going down towards Rock Island?
You could come out there. There's no way you can go through Hunter Island between that and I believe that's Ponderosa.
Yeah. No, I'm just
see that little stretch of water between Hunter Island.
Yeah.
And Ponderosa.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You can never go through there.
Yeah, but what about here? I don't know if you can see in the middle of my screen here. There's a river channel here, and then there's a river channel here.
I'm looking for your cursor. I don't see it.
Okay, it's all right. So you see Rock Island, right? Just north of Rock Island, between like Rock Island. What? Let's see. All right, what about here?
Okay, I'm looking at Rock Island.
Yep.
Oh, I see where your cursor is.
Yeah.
Was.
Right here in the middle here.
Oh yeah, you can go through all of that.
Gotcha. So you don't
Yeah.
technically have to go south around Rock Island and go back up north.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can, as long as you see the green buoy up on top there.
Yeah, right here.
That's the tip of. Oh, come on, what's the name of that? Bryant Grove Park.
Yeah.
Stay away from that tip because it gets kind of shallow there. But once you come around that tip, yeah, you're good. You're good there to wherever you want to go.
Gotcha. All right. None of these are various cut. None of these areas are called cut through area. Where's third cut at?
The third cut is right there to the left of Ponderosa Island.
Mm-hmm.
And not Hunter Island, but la 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 la. Okay.
So there's Mousetail here.
There you go, right there, at the tip of Ponderosa.
Uh-huh.
And the landmass below it. That area right there. Ooh, no, come on back up, and go to the right. Okay. Come, cursor down a little bit farther.
Maybe right here?
Okay, see that landmass at the bottom?
Yeah, like right here.
You don't go through here between Ponderosa Island.
Yeah.
You don't go through that and this landmass in the wintertime.
So is that what they call third cut?
That's what we call the third cut through.
Gotcha, man. Oh yeah, that's a big shortcut towards Mousetail.
Yeah, we call that the Four Corners cut through. It's the third cut through. In the wintertime, it's roughly 2 feet deep.
Man.
And you probably won't make it unless you got a jet drive well.
Yeah. Sorry, my mouse is kind of clicking around through here. Again, so if people are still following along, third cut is considered between Ponderosa Island and the landmass that's south of it.
Yes, you'll see where it says the shallow area, and you see the red buoy.
Yeah.
Between the two, close to Ponderosa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a no-no in the wintertime.
All right. And then I think we got one more cut. Let's see if we can find fourth cut here. I think fourth cut is on. So this is the Hobson Pike Bridge. And then we got Hole in the Wall right here. And then we got Scott's Island.
Scott's Island.
Yep.
Between Scott's Island and Hole in the Wall.
Yep.
That's the fourth cut through. That's good all winter if you stay in the middle.
Gotcha. I don't think there's any buoys there, right?
Sir?
I don't think there's any buoys or anything.
No, there's nothing there to show you anything. It's just you see how the contours of the land start pointing toward that landmass in the middle.
Yeah.
You want to just stay right in the middle of that. Because you'll see the beach. There'll be a sandy beach on the left of Scott's Island, and on the right you'll see the tip of Hole in the Wall. You split it right in the middle, and you'll be good.
Cool. All right, so
now,
I feel like.
Go
ahead.
If you come out of Long Hunter State Park and hang a right and go downstream,
let me see.
There's an extremely dangerous reef right there.
All right.
It takes out a boat every year.
So I think this is it right here. So this should be Long Hunter right here.
Yeah, is that Long Hunter? It is.
Yeah.
Okay, when you come out of there and you go right, you come out of Long Hunter Bay and you turn right, and you go upstream, you see something that says shallow area on the right.
Yep.
Not that one. That's the end of that island, or that's the end of the Ponderosa Island. It'll be a big sandbar. You can't miss that.
Yeah.
But right there where your cursor is, zoom in on that. A little bit more. Okay. Right there, that is a big rock reef that extends out 200 yards. In the wintertime, it's out of the water.
Yeah.
In the summertime, it's about 3 inches under the water. And there's no buoy, no red buoy at the end of it. There used to be a red buoy at the end of it. It's not there now. And people that don't know the lake, they're trying to cut it short coming out of Long Hunter.
Yeah.
And take care of the bottom of the boat right there. That's a big rock reef right there.
Yeah, I just wanted to give the viewers a little different view. So this is Fate Sanders. First spot that we talked about was I think this area right here. You can probably really see that rocky area, right? I think this is right here. I don't know if in the so there's Stewart's
where
Creek.
Where are you there?
That's Stewart's Creek.
Oh, Stewart's Creek.
Yeah, and then south of it, here's that real rocky area, right?
No. Well, that one. That's one that it should be out of the water now. Most of it.
Yeah.
When they get down to Winter Pool, you can actually go across that in Summer Pool where your cursor is.
Mm-hmm.
There's an open slot right there that you can go through in the summertime.
Yeah, that seems sketchy. It seems like you just go around it.
Yeah, you better know for sure where you're at when you're going through that one, because I always go around it. I just follow the channel around and get out of Stewart's Creek.
Yeah. All right. So, and then I'm going to go north, and then we'll show what first cut looks like again from a satellite view.
That's your first cut right there. Pools Knob Island on the left and Jones Mill Recreation Area on the right.
Yeah, man, look at that little
rock pile right there?
Yeah.
So you want to stay to the right of that white pole.
Yeah.
Now you go up to River Bend Island. You don't do that in the wintertime. Right there where you're at, that's you can see it's shallow.
Yeah.
Very shallow.
So that's second cut.
That's the second cut.
And third cut, there's Rock Island right there. I think this right here would be third cut probably.
Yeah. Okay, Rock Island there, and that would be your cut through between Ponderosa and the landmass. I don't know if that has a name.
Yeah.
As you can see, it is shallow. There's rock piles there that are out of the water in the wintertime.
Yeah.
And you don't go through there when it's at Winter Pool.
Cool. All right.
You need to put a link to the TVA Lake Info site so people can check and see what the water elevations are.
Yeah.
When it's down at some Winter Pool, it's just 483. You don't take that second cut through or the third cut through.
All right, and then lastly, here's fourth cut, right? So we got Hole in the Wall, and we got Scott's Island.
Cut right there.
All right, Murph, so right now the video is probably 20 minutes in. If the viewers are still watching, let's give them one more fishing tip before we go for tonight. What you got?
One more what?
One more fishing tip.
Fishing tip.
We're in March.
You're asking me to give away secrets?
Not a secret, just a tip, man. If they're watching.
As you know, I'm a hybrid and white bass fisherman. I don't fish black bass or smallmouth. So you'll have to go to Brian Carper or somebody like that who's much better at it than I am.
Yeah.
I could give you a tip and tell you where some 8, 9, and 10 pounders were caught Saturday morning.
Yeah.
And the sad thing is I fished there Friday in the exact same place, but I didn't use what this guy was using. He was pulling shiners on flaner boards.
Oh, man.
About 10 to 12 feet deep, 0.5 miles an hour, with half-ounce sinkers. And he was in the bowl at Suggs Creek and over the hump in the middle of Suggs Creek off of the Green Buoy.
Yeah.
One fella there on Thursday, caught a 12-pound, 12-ounce hybrid. It's on Facebook. I'm sure people have seen it.
That's on a big hybrid.
I took a picture of the guy.
Yeah.
He come over to me and he asked me, "Hey, would you take a picture of this fish? It's a hog." And I did. And his name is Michael Quick, if you want to look him up.
Yeah.
12-pound, 12-ounce hybrid.
Nice. So we've been talking about map studies here, and so I won't show the people where it is on the map. If they're interested enough, they can do a little bit of research on their end. So
do a little research and see where it's at.
Yep. All right, Merv, I appreciate you spending some time with us talking about all these different spots. I'll get this uploaded and shared with the group, and hopefully we'll save some lower units.
Send me a link, and we got to get out fishing again.
Yes, sir. All right, I'll let you get back to it. Good job. All right, guys, if you're still with us, I appreciate you. Hopefully you found that helpful. Hopefully you picked up a few tips, and hopefully you can navigate your way around the lake a little bit easier and safer. Hope to see you all out there sometime, and hope you get some big ones. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.